Hello, I'm Miss Caramagno, and I want to welcome you to World Studies, the ninth grade history program here at Mountain View High School. I'm a 25-year veteran to teaching. I have national board certification, and I'm the team leader for the World Studies team. So I'm in a very good position to help your student through this first year of high school. I have a lot of training in reading acquisition, writing skills development, as well as helping students fall in love with history, learn how to read and analyze primary and secondary source documents, and also learn a little bit about themselves along the way. In fact, this year I'm part of a special cohort team that has decided to prioritize mental health and team and community building in the classroom this year in particular. We'll be doing mindfulness projects and wellness investigations all year long, as well as numerous icebreakers and opportunities for students to get to know each other. We know that students have been isolated over the last year and a half, and we want to make sure that their social and emotional needs are met as well as their academic ones. World Studies is a class that covers world history from 1750 to 1970. We'll be looking at case studies from around the globe, and we'll be talking about everything from the development of the modern era, the world wars, imperialism, and all of those things and their impact on the world we have today. I want to take a minute to share some information with you about where you can go to find out more about the class. First of all, in the same form that you used to get this video link, you'll get a link to the course information sheet for World Studies. I'm going to share my screen now and give you a look at that particular document. It looks like this, and it has information about the percentages for each thing in class, what can and cannot be resubmitted for a higher grade. Basically, everything that is graded can be submitted for a higher grade except on time and participation work. You either have your work on time and you are participating or you're not. So you can't redo those grades, but you can resubmit all writing assignments, critical skills assignments, and you can retake every test one time. This document also has information about our grading policies and our percentages. We tend to give students a midpoint for all grades, and this is mathematically more fair. And we give 50% for incomplete or missing work because the double F is mathematically very dangerous to students' grades. And this way, every segment of the grading map is about the same weight. We are going to assign homework, but we try to assign as little as possible, especially this year as students are trying to make up for lost time in so many other ways. And because Mountain View has a history of really stressing students out and assigning just too much work for that age group. So we're trying to address that in world history. Your students should have about an hour of homework a week, mostly finishing things that we started in class. However, if your student needs to take extra time for processing or learning a new skill, it might be a bit longer than that. And I also want to point out that in my class, at least, we have leveled assignments, which allows students to choose to do more if they have the time and energy to do so or an interest in the topic. You can actually find out more about that by going to my Canvas page. This is where I communicate with students and parents. So I will be using Canvas this year. You can see that there is a link to your SIS account, and you can get to this page from your student's SIS account. It's linked as the web page associated with world history. So it's easy to find. And this is my number for Canvas. There's a newsletter for parents with a lot of really useful information, my contact information, as well as videos about me, how I grade, what menu projects are and how we use them, tips and tricks for student success. And I communicate with parents here both in English and in Spanish. So this is a really useful place to visit every couple of weeks and see what new message I've sent out about how the class is going. You can also get a copy of the course information sheet that I showed you here, and you can get mental health referral notices as needed. Student work is listed under modules, and you can see all the things that we have been doing in the first 2 weeks of school. And there are some announcements that are important to pay attention to, especially about the fact that we don't really have the capability to charge Chromebooks in my room 706. So students really need to be responsible for charging at home. If you go back to the home screen, you can see when student work is due. If a assignment is worth 10 points or more, it's graded. And if it's worth less than 10 points, it's not graded. It's just practice. But I do have to put in 1 point for students to be able to access the account or the assignment. So 10 points, it's going to be graded as participation or on time. 100 points, it's going to be graded as a serious assignment. I'm just want to welcome you to the class one more time. You can always get a hold of me via email or you can text me at my number. It's on my main webpage, and you are welcome to reach out in either of those ways. I am happy to collaborate with you on your student success. I know how important it is to be flexible, especially this year, as students get their feet under them and return to school for the first time in a really long time. And I want you to know that the World Studies team is prepared to meet these challenges and that we are really looking forward to having kids back in the classroom. It's been a delight these last 2 weeks to get to know your students already, and I'm really enjoying them a great deal. So don't forget to check those parent announcements, and hopefully, we'll all have a really wonderful year. Thank you very much, and welcome to World Studies.